I've been learning smart contract auditing for some time now. Already did crypto zombies, then vulnerable DeFi, and some other CTFs. But then before going to bug bounties, I decided to kind of get a feel for the field, for smart contracts and protocols, what's going on. And in the first week, I decided to go over the most significant DEXs and blending protocols. And I started with Uniswap, the most recent version, which is version 4. I've been mostly just reading docs and trying to understand them to the best of my ability, and then reading smart contracts, looking for connections between smart contracts and how they interact with each other. Sometimes I would look at these kind of diagrams to get a better feeling for it. And I was trying to compare different DEXs. For example, here Uniswap version 4 has no diagrams, but it's not really a bad thing, because the whole architecture is mostly in one smart contract thanks to the new version. Although Balancer does have really good diagram, it's easy to understand, pretty straightforward DEX with router and vault. And then yeah, code readability in Uniswap was much easier because it's documented better, and as I said before, architecture is more straightforward. Hooks, as far as I understood, that's the most recent development in DEXs on Ethereum. Everybody's trying to implement hooks. That was kind of thing that I was looking for, trying to find the new technologies that people use in crypto, so that when I look at new code on Code Arena or Sherlock, if I see someone using hooks, that's the first thing I'm gonna focus on, because that's the most recent development, the most new thing, and that's kind of what I was looking for, to be able to see what's new, what's potentially the most vulnerable thing in a smart contract. Yeah, the singleton is what I was talking about before, the simple architecture with one smart contract. Native pools is cool. Dynamic swap fee hook. It basically works for any DEX with hook smart contracts. You can just add whatever you want. Then I stumbled upon this interview with Trust90. It was really powerful. I really enjoyed it. It gave me a lot of inspiration. I even wrote down some of the bullet points here, like using business logic to find bugs. That's kind of interesting for me, because I'm not really a math person. I mean, I guess it could change, but I think understanding business logic is more of a strong suit for me. Set out to invalidate ideas pretty quickly. I don't yet have it. That's something I gotta work on. That's sort of the what I was going for this week. Depth of knowledge. Yeah, also the same thing pretty much. This I couldn't really do that this week, because in order to understand what developers don't understand, I need to figure out myself what's going on in smart contract, and I'm still working on it. The user perspective, I did that. I was well, the first step was opening the app itself, looking at the app itself, like Uniswap, for example. Before going to documents and code, I was just looking at the app, trying to understand what can you do with this app, like what is it about really. And then It's more of a tip for Unify Code Arena. Yeah, I'm not really sure about these two, but that's what it looked like to me when I was watching the video. After Dexys, I decided to move on and spend the next 3 days with landing protocols. So I was trying to go for one DEX or one landing protocol a day, even though you can't really go deep into this, but you still can practice understanding it pretty fast, which is, I think, an important skill. The audio was good. I mean, maybe the schema is not that as easy to wrap your hand around, but I think it's a good one. And then compound was a bit more confusing, but I got through it. At this point, I think it's day 5 of my research. I started looking at delegate calls and deploys, which contracts interact with other contracts and in which way. That was really insightful. And then, in the last day, I decided that I'm gonna try to create this sort of schema myself, and I was pretty much defeated at this point because Maple has some of the most crazy architecture I have seen so far. Like, I'm not even sure that I understand it after reading the docs. This is just next level for me, and this is what I came up with. I mean, I could have done a better job, but at this point I decided that that's it. I didn't have that much time left. And yeah, that was my first week. And next week I'm thinking of doing one vulnerability a day and working with Sherlock, or maybe some other bounty website.